1 hour out of their year that's telling them that they have done everything right the rest of the year. It says, I gave them, all my little cows, enough food. I gave them enough inoculation. They had water. They were sheltered. Whatever it is that they need to get those animals from the ground to the market. This is what's telling them that they did that right. I'm putting my animals on. I'm weighing them. This is their validation that they did everything correctly. That's their point of sale. Maybe 25 to 30% of our scales we have to tag in a year.
I mean, we have a blue tag that we issue, which gives them 30 days to get it repaired for like minor issues that we find if they're lightly out of tolerance. If we found something major, then we would red tag it, but a red tag's few and far between.
We tend to go on more the edge of the blue tag because that gives the rancher more time to get their scale fixed versus a red tag that, boy, I better get it done now, and then we've got to get this taken care of right this minute kind of a deal. Well, initially when we get to the scale, we check to make sure that there's nothing obvious around it that might cause a problem. And we make sure all the gates are open, all the alleys are open, there aren't any critters that are going to escape. Make sure we have a good 0 on the scale. Then what Gary's going to do is he'll pull the tractor onto the scale itself, and he'll go from one end to the other, and we'll get a reading on both ends, and that's what's called a shift test. And the shift test is because the animals don't just stand there; they move around from one end to the next, and we have a certain tolerance from the shift, from one end of that scale to the other. And if the shift test passes, then we continue with the rest of the test, which is putting on the weights. He'll grab the 500-pound weights, depending upon what the capacity of the scale is. We put a certain percentage of weight on each of the scales. So he's going to go and he's going to put each individual 500-pound weight on, and after each 500-pound weight, we're going to check and make sure that is running in tolerance. If at any point in time it starts to run out of tolerance, we might look around to see, is there anything that we missed? Is there a rock jammed? Is there something tied to the scale that we didn't notice? Do we get a lot of wind? Things like that. So we just progress through. Once we get the weight that is close to the capacity as far as putting the weight and the combination of the weight of the tractor and our calibrated blocks, then we get our final reading on there. If everything is within tolerance, then they get a pretty little sticker. They get their paperwork that says that they're sealed for the next year, and then we clean everything up and put it away.